Hello friends, my name is Mandar Samvatsar and welcome to this discussion seminar on what is option A and option B in ISO IEC 17025-2017. I represent ACE Techno Services and I currently head this laboratory. And I welcome you all, the researchers, the professionals working in this field of quality management systems, laboratory management systems, and people who are in the education field and training field to this particular presentation. As we all know that ISO IEC 17025 has come up with a new international standard version 2017, and with this coming in there are a lot of changes in the standard. There are a lot of anticipation, anxiety, and till the times the implementation happens there is a little bit of unclarity, and that is quite obvious, and that is why I am here, so as to bring into the discussion certain topics which demand much more clarity in the further sessions. So let us go on to the topic. What is option A and option B in 17025-2017? What is option A and option B? This is a new introduction which was not there in 17025-2005. However, with this new standard coming in, they have introduced certain changes, which is why this option A and option B are there, through which there are two routes by which this accreditation can be achieved. These are the options management system requirements as per this particular standard. What does this mean? These are the options to comply as per the clause 8 of this international standard. Which what the clause 8 says as per this standard, these are the two options that are given. Why option A and option B was introduced? Growth in the use of management system generally has increased to ensure the laboratories can operate a management system is seen as conforming to ISO 9001 as well as to 17025. So this is the main reason the option A and option B are introduced. Use of management system has increased. The need to ensure the laboratories can operate in a management system that is seen as conforming to ISO 9001 as well as to 17025, which means there was certain duplication of work which was happening. All the laboratories which were going for ISO 9001 certification and 17025 accreditation, and which is why this seems to be one of the steps which has been taken up by this particular new edition of the standard, so that this duplication could be avoided and the simplicity could be brought in. However, the wordings to what extent this can actually happen or is implemented will only we can see in the near future. As a result of 17025 provides two options for requirements related to implementation of the management system. It is providing two options. The number one is the option A. The option A, management system of a laboratory shall address the following, which means a laboratory which is opting for the option A of 17025-2017 will have to undergo a detailed of the things which I am telling you right now: management system documentation, control of records, control of management system documents, actions to address risk and opportunity, improvement, corrective actions, management review, and internal audit. Which means that any organization which wants to go for option A will have to go through all this and will have to implement as per all this and will have to demonstrate as per all this during their respective assessments, and will have to maintain their quality management system and will have to maintain the laboratory management system, which includes each of the following. I'll repeat that: management system documentation, control of records, control of management system document, actions to address risk and opportunity, improvement, corrective actions, management review, and internal audit. That was option A. Let us move on to what is option B. An ISO 9001 certified lab that is capable of supporting and demonstrating consistent fulfillment of the requirements of clause 4 to 7, which means any laboratory which is also ISO 9001 certified and which is capable of supporting demonstrating the consistent fulfillment of this particular standard 170252017 from the clauses 4 to clause number 7 and fulfills at least the intent of the management requirements. I shall underline the word intent, which is being considered very important in the whole context of this option A and option B. So as only qualifying all the clauses from 4 to 7 does not qualify a lab to be accredited by 17025. It also should satisfy and fulfill the intent of the management system requirements specified in clause 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, 8.8 and 8.9. When all this is done, the intent is satisfied and then from 4 to 7 is done, then we can go, any laboratory can go to the option number B, that is option B. So let us move on to the further discussion. After seeing what is option A and option B, let us move on further to the common misconceptions when we are discussing with this particular topic of option A and option B. So suppose consider a case of a company ABC is an ISO 9001-2015 registered. Then that company now thinks that they are exempted from the majority of clause 8. It is false. It is my opinion that it is false. It will also have to satisfy the intent. They have underlined the word intent over there. Any accreditation body or all accreditation bodies like the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories in India or any other accreditation body will always strict to see the client lab meeting the requirements of clause 8 regardless of any steps that the lab is taking or have taken to follow the option B, which means that if you are a ISO 9001-2015 registered company, you will be exempted from clause 8. This is a major misconception. It is not true. We will still have to demonstrate the intent of clause 8 will have to be satisfied, and that does not give you any particular advantage of not demonstrating, not implementing certain sections of this international standard. No, that is not there. Another misconception, which is an exactly vice versa case, we'll go to the another misconceptions. If any laboratory is not having ISO 9001, I cannot, or the laboratory cannot go for the option B. It is false. In my opinion, it is a certification which we are all thinking in the common spirit. It is not the certification, but it is the quality system that is being implemented by the organization. If that quality system is satisfying the intent from clause number 8.2 to 8.9, even if the organization or the laboratory is not having ISO 9001 but is not having ISO 9001 certification but is implementing the quality management system as per the requirements of ISO 9001 and satisfying the intent of clause number 8.2 to 8.9 of 17025, then they can still go for option number B. This is my personal interpretation. It is in my opinion, because this is the very beginning stage, and in further discussions this might come up with much more clarity, and which is the objective of this presentation, to bring more clarity and more discussion to the topic. However, when I am saying that if a laboratory can have its own system and declare confirmation themselves without certification to 9001 and still go for option number B, it is needless for me to say to what extent it will help during their assessment in 17025. So to what extent it is going to help is still remains questionable, and only in future when we more clarity comes the time can tell. So what is the moral of the story? Very simple things. Getting ISO 9001 certified doesn't give you any 17025 accreditation or any benefits till the entire crux and the meaning of the standard is satisfied. We will not get 17025. If you are having 17025 accreditation, does not imply automatic compliance to ISO 9001 standard completely. Also, the developers, however, have tried to manage to converge the clause 8, that is the management system of 17025 and ISO 9001, so that the requirements of these two things, which was the duplication of work and the duplication of the quality work, could have been avoided. So, for me, it is an attempt to converge at a certain point. After this conversion, how in future the labs gets benefited or does not get benefited, only the time will tell. Let me tell you, I once again want to thank you for attending to this particular presentation, and in future also we would be bringing more such presentations. If you like my presentation, please subscribe and like to our YouTube channel. And thank you once again. The disclaimer I would like to put, these are the personal views of my own and does not refer to views of my laboratory or views of any other body. So these views should be interpreted as a views only for the discussion purpose and are not to be quoted. Please underline the disclaimer. Thank you very much and have a good day.